So this is our shop. First thing, before we start explaining who we are, I kind of want to know the crowd. I want to know anyone, raise your hand if you're an entrepreneur in this house. Here we go. There it is, there it is. Any business owners? Raise your hand. There we go. There we go. All right, we know we're talking to our kind of people, the whole crowd. So, hey, we're from Cal West Auto Center. My name's Dan Drew. This is Aaron Marin. We are an automotive repair facility in San Marcos, California, right down the street from this location. Next slide, buddy. There's a lot of things that we do in the house. We're full service auto repair facility. Everything other than tires and alignments. Can't be competitive at those prices, so this is what we choose to do. Oil changes, brakes, heavy line equipment. We diagnose, we get you ready for smog, we can take care of any noise that you got in the car. Anything you want to add on what we do? This is my dude right here, Aaron. Let me just introduce Aaron, man. Give him a hand.
Yeah!
Thanks, guys. So, like my partner mentioned, we actually just took over this business probably about a year ago. Boost in sales, increasing the customers that are coming in every single day. The other, everything there that we do is up on the screen there. Troubleshooting, check engine lights, brakes, strange noises that you guys can't figure out, suspension, minor exhaust here and there depending on what we got to do. Definitely a lot of catalytic converters because we are in the state of California and you guys have to smog your vehicles.
Customization.
Yeah.
Lifts. Make your car sound cooler.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You want to buy some wheels and tires? Bring them to us. We'll install them. Make your car look cool.
Estimates too.
Yep.
You got to compare whether it's worth investing in the vehicle when you got to do repairs, major repairs, or whether you should just sell it and then possibly get a newer vehicle. So some of the things we like to help our customers with. Pass it over back to you.
All right, so this is kind of our owner background. I'll start with me. My wife and I, Lizzie, we are the half owners of the business. Aaron and I decided to go in 50-50, but the thing is our degrees are in journalism and culinary arts. And we own an automotive facility here in California. But that means that you go to school, you take what you've learned from school, and you apply that, and you shoot for what something is passionate about. You go to school and you enjoy that. You use those classes, you use that grind, and you apply that to business. And if life calls, you answer and you do what you need to do. I do have 7+ years automotive experience in management, anywhere from quick lube shops to major chain stores and now mom and pop shop, which is kind of where I need to be because I can choose my pricing and I can provide the best possible experience for my customers because it's on our dime. But if I didn't have him as my partner, there would be no Cal West Auto because we need this kind of experience. Let me let him tell you what he knows.
All right, so I pretty much grew up single mom, always having trouble with her vehicles. As I started growing up, getting into all the vehicles that we like to see on the streets, those fast cars, I started tinkering with a couple vehicles myself, especially with friends in high school at that time, trying to help my mom. And it just kind of got me really involved with vehicles. So I'm a problem solver. I also like puzzles, and I put the two and two together. Had a rough start, probably around high school, dropped out. Tried to figure out what I was going to do from there. Went into college, got my degree in automotive technology, went into the field for about 3-4 years. At this time, I was also working at a few different farms where I grew up. So it gave me a lot of mechanical background because I was working on heavy equipment, tractors, 10-wheel trucks, combines, things of that nature. So I just kind of expanded on what I had a little niche for. And then with my degree and with my profession, I just kept growing, kept learning. My experience kept increasing, and I managed a shop back in probably 2016. I started, maybe 2015, 2016, started service advising, and then my experience just grew from there. I was able to help customers that would walk in. I was also working on vehicles. I was getting parts. I was doing a lot of back-end work, I got to a point where I was at a pinnacle of my position. I was really proficient with what I was doing on a daily basis, going to work, and I wanted something more. And that was when I was like, hey, we got to start looking at some shops in the area. I wanted to buy an existing business. I didn't necessarily feel like I needed to start without a foundation. I wanted something already there. And so started looking around, and I came across an opportunity, and we jumped on it. So made it happen.
Yeah, certainly did. I got to say one other thing. First things first, when I met Aaron, I was running a chain of Midas's, and there was a couple different stores that I kind of GM'd, and there was a manager of one of the stores that I was a GM of that told me that Aaron kind of wasn't his guy. We later find out that he was definitely scared of his position being taken, so I was like, I'll take this kid, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then long story short, a couple years later, he's running one of my locations, able me to be able to run multiple locations with no worry whatsoever. That shop rose to the top. It was, what were we, top 100 out of 1,500 stores in the United States. When the owner of that business decided not to pay us too much, we decided to find a different place to work. And so that's kind of how we came together. And it's like, you know, the experience itself plus what we've learned, chance my dude. Next slide. Okay, so this is the choice. This is what we're just kind of, yeah, exactly. So if you're gonna do it yourself, you have to really, you have to really believe in yourself and really focus on the choice, the fact that you're going to either A, going to work for somebody else, you are going to feel secure with your job as long as they have some sort of some scaling option for you, or you do it all yourself. So if you don't have that motivation inside of you ready to go, you're not going to feel comfortable. And so being uncomfortable is something that I personally enjoy. I see the challenge, and there's things every day that become uncomfortable, but if you conquer those at the end of the day, I mean, it really makes your confidence build. That's something you do. You tell yourself that this is something that I'll do, and you conquer that, then your confidence builds immensely. So if you like to go 9 to 5, work 80%, get a good paycheck, and then go home, drink a couple beers, watch TV, fall asleep, wake up, repeat, then get a job for working for somebody else. But if you want to work 10 to 12 hours a day and wake up in the middle of the night freaking out about your P&Ls and wondering if, you know, if everything's okay, did I turn the lights off? Is that bill going to be crazy? Then, you know, then it's for you. But if you can do it right and become efficient, then all of a sudden, you know, you have something that's incredibly profitable for you and your family. You want to touch on any of that?
No, I think
yeah, that's my man. All right, oh, same thing though. It's the passion, and now passion, we asterisk these things because the passion is if it's something that you really like to do. If you like to market, if you like to sell goods, if you like to market yourself, if you like to speak, I mean, you should find an industry that you're passionate about. And the industry is obviously, really, is there profit industry, and does it match with your passion? The team is, you know, do you have the opportunity to build a team in that industry? And that's what we're talking about at that. And the motivation is obviously if you have it inside of yourself. The cost is the misnomer, which is like, do you have the ability to make that step and move to that next step? Is it in the cards? And there's a lot of things that you can do to make it in the cards. You could be negative balance in the bank, and you could own a business tomorrow if you did it right. So that's, you know, these are the choices you have to make. Do you want to fight that fight? Or do you want to go to work? Okay, this is the big part. This is the beginning. This is something that we just figured out. This is very important. So if you are going to buy a business and you know, buy an existing business or start a business, there's first thing you have to do. You have to have a business formation. You have to become an LLC, S corporation, C corporation, however you want to structure your business. That has to buy the business. Andrew or Aaron Marin cannot go out and buy Cal West Auto. We had to create an LLC, which is DDAM. Damn. DDAM. And so was taken. Yeah, DNA was taken. DNA we thought was cool. We'd have the logo and everything. Yeah. Anyway, so DDA&M bought the LLC that owned Cal West Auto, which is how we purchased that business. Obviously, big one right here: loans. You need money, but guess who's got it? family, friends, influencers, the banks. Your banks probably won't give you a lot of money, but guess what? Guess who will give you money? High interest, personal loans. And if you got to do it, just do it. It may not be the best option at the one, or you have to wait to find it that have amazing credit. Somehow build your credit so your bank will give you a low interest loan. Business loans are really hard to get if you don't already own a business. So somehow come up with the money. If partners is up to you. If you want partners to go in it, something that you don't have anything to prove, it's going to be hard to prove to them. Next thing, purchase agreement. Make sure that it's written properly with whoever you're buying the business for, or whatever place you're buying the business from. What is it? It's in the paperwork. You could have a lot of troubleshooting coming if that's not properly structured. Your business structure is how you want to structure your business in terms of an LLC, an S corporation. This is going to cost a lot of money. You're going to need to file for the IRS. You're going to have to file for whatever county you're living in. You're going to have to use permits. For us, it's hazardous waste. It's permits for compressed air. It's permits to hold X amount of oils in gallons. It's permits for noise. You have to realize that all those things are going to cost money, and the down payments you're going to have to come up with immediately, or you can't start business, or you will be operating illegally and you'll lose all of the above. So be ready that money from the loan is not all you need. You need to have some sort of cash flow, a way that you'll be able to provide for those things. All right. So once you buy a business, is kind of this. We're going off personal experience. It's what you make of it. You can buy a business that's doing good for whatever reason. They're leaving town. They're over it. They're of age and they want to give it to somebody else. But you have to make your change. Do you want to say something about any of this?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I do.
So this is pretty much some of the things that you can look forward to, or just keep in mind, be cautious of when you're looking to buy a business that's already existing. The necessities for any kind of change that you're going to go in and implement as you go through the new ownership. One of the things you might want to warn customers, depending on what the business is, it's always nice to just have a smooth transition, especially with vendors or any ongoing relationships that you have.